Here are 5 glasses. Can you see the water inside? You cannot see it because I haven't poured water yet. Now I will pour water into all the glasses. Please. Thank you. The water itself is transparent, clear, and pure. So it's hard to tell if there is water or not. You only have to pay attention and look closely to see it. The same goes for realizing our true identity. Only by looking closely at it with interest can we realize our true identity. Because our real identity is a transparent, clear, pure consciousness. Like this water. The body and the mind, the ego, is not really us. Consciousness is not inside of the body or brain. The truth is the opposite. Bodies and the thoughts are inside of the consciousness. So, consciousness is one in all. The truth is that the body and the world appear and disappear in consciousness. The body and the world appear in the consciousness, but the consciousness remains unchanged forever. More precisely, the whole world and consciousness are one and the same. So we are the world, and the world is us. Wisdom and enlightenment are the correct understanding that the world is consciousness and consciousness is the world. The important religions that exist in the world, Buddhism, Christianity, Islam, Judaism, Hinduism, and Sikhism, are just pointing to this wisdom. Right now, I am going to show you this wisdom, enlightenment, and mysterious experience. From now on, let's assume that transparent water is a transparent consciousness. Now, I'm going to pour the red color into the transparent consciousness. Please. Thank you. Red is body body and everything in the world. Red is a red pill given by the dream god Morpheus in the movie Matrix. Now, transparent consciousness has transformed itself into the body and everything in the world. But transparent consciousness remains the same, even though it has transformed itself into the body and everything else in the world. But because our eyes are blindfolded by the body and everything in the world, we believe that we cannot see a transparent consciousness, even though we are seeing a transparent consciousness. Consciousness colored by the body and everything in the world is also consciousness, nothing else. So, the whole day-to-day real world is consciousness. Now, I'm going to pour the blue color into the transparent consciousness. Please. Please, a little more. This blue is the world of dreams. Blue is a blue pill from the dream god Morpheus in the movie Matrix. Now, transparent consciousness has transformed itself into dream worlds. But transparent consciousness remains intact, even though it has turned into a dream world. But we are blindfolded by the dream world. And even though we are looking at transparent consciousness, but we are screaming that it is invisible. Consciousness colored by dream world is also consciousness, not a different one. So, the whole world of dream is consciousness, transparent consciousness. Now, I'm going to pour the black color into the transparent consciousness. Please. This black is a deep sleep. Black is a black pill from Hypnos, the god of sleep. The god of death, Thanatos, the god of sleep, Hypnos, and the god of dreams, Morpheus, are one family and one body. This myth points to the truth that sleep, dreams, reality, and death are the change of the shape of consciousness. Now, transparent consciousness has transformed itself into deep sleep. Even if the transparent consciousness has turned into a deep sleep, the transparent consciousness itself remains the same. But we don't think we can see it, even though we are watching a transparent consciousness, because we are blindfolded by a dark, deep sleep. Consciousness colored by dark, deep sleep is also consciousness, not a different one. So, the whole deep, dark sleep is consciousness. Now, there is still a transparent consciousness here. Before the universe was born and after it died, transparent consciousness has existed since before the real world, the dream world, and the sleep world appeared. Transparent consciousness exists even after the end of the real world, the dream world, and the sleep world. Transparent consciousness exists from everlasting to everlasting. This transparent consciousness is the reality of the mystical experience that we long for and worship so much. But look at this transparent consciousness. Look at this transparent consciousness. Is this transparent consciousness different from red, blue, and black consciousness? Is it something special and mysterious, unlike them? Even in red, blue, and black consciousness, this transparent consciousness is still there. So, red, blue, and black consciousness are more special and more mysterious than transparent consciousness. This is a huge reversal. It will be hard to believe at first. So, we are bound to be in enlightenment and mystical experience from eternity to eternity, because all that exists is enlightenment and mystical experience. We cannot escape consciousness under any circumstances. So, we are forced to live forever with enlightenment and mystical experience. Sometimes a transparent consciousness appears alone by chance. In other words, there can be a fake mystery experience. A fake mystery experience. There is a rule that the body and the world must disappear in order for a transparent consciousness to appear alone. So, the realization itself is realized. The body cannot realize it. So, the individual cannot be realized forever. So, it's a huge lie if someone insists that they've realized it, but not others. Nobody in the world can realize it. But the consciousness is already enlightened by itself. One tree over there, it's both a tree and consciousness at the same time. And the sound of the bus over there, it's both sound and consciousness at the same time. The thoughts and the feelings that are happening now, it's both thoughts and feelings and consciousness at the same time. Your body you see and feel now, it's both the body and the consciousness at the same time. We are not flesh. We are one in all transparent consciousness. We are not inside of the body. Rather, the body is inside of consciousness, inside of us. Here are three of the most important questions. What are we? How should we live? And where do we come from? Where are we? And where do we go after we die? The answers to the questions are as follows. We are one in our transparent consciousness. We have to live as one in our transparent consciousness, not as individuals. We come from consciousness, we stay in consciousness, we return to consciousness. So, we don't come from anywhere, and we don't go anywhere. We exist forever. Our real identity is an immortal consciousness. We are immortal. I quote the words in the scripture 중용 도야자 불가 수유리야 가리 비도야. We can never escape enlightenment. If it's something you can get away with, is not enlightenment. Dear brothers and sisters who live in the same sky and earth, we are living a very sad, anxious, and painful time in the midst of an unparalleled epidemic. I express my deep sympathy and consolation to all of you. It turns out that everyday life, which was passed by casually, is a precious treasure and enlightenment, especially these days. I sincerely hope that our precious daily lives will be restored as soon as possible. Thank you very much.